Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Thursday afternoon peer support for allied health professionals doing research because I think we're all a little bit crazy. I'm certainly feeling crazy at the moment. We've got Anne-Marie, Doug, and Felicity with us. And Felicity, we're actually going to start with you if that's okay. We would love to hear about your thesis topic, and you've handed in now. Tell us everything.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. So my thesis focused on an investigation of how existential threat anxiety predicts emotional contagion susceptibility. So existential threat anxiety is that specific anxiety around, so I looked at five factors. So pandemics, climate change, artificial intelligence, nuclear war, and asteroid strikes, which is interesting.
Wow. Yeah.
So yes, I looked at how total existential threat anxiety plus all of those specific anxieties as well predicts how the tendency of people to adopt or catch other people's emotions. And I guess we saw a lot of that, during the pandemic time with the panic buying and the,
Toilet
a bit of
paper.
yeah, has hesitation around the getting the vaccination because there were these things sort of circulating on social media. And everyone was just quite anxious at the time and how that affects behavior. So yes, and so our finding or my findings, I was a bit surprised that there was no significant findings in terms of pandemic anxiety. And I sort of put that down to people being a bit over it, quite frankly.
Yeah.
And I think people have just sort of moved past that now and feel like we're more resilient than we thought we were. So if that ever happens again, like it's fine, we'll deal with it. I think it's just because it was so new that we had that massive, emotional contagion situation when it was happening. But so the only specific threat that we found did predict emotional contagion susceptibility was climate change anxiety, which was
I
quite
don't have
interesting.
it. I do.
Yeah, I don't, yeah, I think it's something that you unconsciously have. I don't know. It's not something that I had ever really thought about, but then when reading a lot about it and I realized, oh, I actually do. I am quite ignorant towards it, but I think that is underneath, that is anxiety. And that's a coping mechanism, just being quite, oh, that's not where my expertise lies. So I'm just going to leave that over there for the people who do, who can work on it. But I think that is a form of anxiety because it's just like out of sight, out of mind, but really
Yeah.
it's everyone's responsibility. So I thought that was quite interesting. And yes, I think so. We did the survey on US participants, and around that time there was all those LA wildfires happening. So I'm not sure if that played a role in it. But yeah, I thought that was interesting that climate change anxiety predicts how people would, increase tendency to catch um, other people's emotions.
That is very interesting. And as
Mm,
I said to you on Facebook, that could also be a predictor of positive change. So if somebody was to catch my climate anxiety, and I do have high climate anxiety because of where I live,
mm,
my actions could then positively imprint on somebody else to get them to do incremental changes. Would that be correct or not?
mm. Yeah, definitely. Well, we didn't look at behavioral change, but there are some interesting studies in terms of emotional contagion, in threat situations like maybe emergency situations that people have to evacuate. And we know that from those studies, anxiety to a certain extent is adaptive. So, behaviorally, people will get out, people will do the right thing. But when it sort of goes beyond that point and it turns into panic, it can, lead to just shut down, ignorance, denial. And that's what we don't want because behaviorally, that means we're not doing anything to help the situation. So I think just really that balance of we do need anxiety because anxiety is inherently adaptive, and we do need that. But yes, just sort of keeping it to a level that we're capable of handling and dealing with and not going beyond our tolerance and, falling into this, I just can't handle it, so I'm gonna back off.
Did
Yeah.
you look into eco-anxiety as
Yes.
the concept? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I included that in my honours thesis as well. I'm not sure if I will in my masters, what I'm doing now. Um, Most likely will because it's all relevant. But yeah, it's a good field of research.
Hmm. It is interesting.
Hmm.
Yes. It is
It's,
all very relevant. Yeah.
yeah. And Anne Marie, I have 100 questions, but do you have some questions that to put to Felicity or comments?
No, I just interesting that particularly if you were using US participants, that I know the threat of nuclear war and that sort of thing wasn't one that came up as predictive because yeah, I know that's something I probably feel more than the climate. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it feels more imminent.
Mm.
Hmm.
Yeah, I agree. But I think it's also one of those things that nuclear war, it's very out of our control. So I think
Yeah,
that's another
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
So
yeah,
maybe, I don't know, maybe there is no attention going to it because what are we going to do? I think that's the same as asteroid strikes. Like,
yeah.
Hmm.
that's very abstract, out of our control. And I was reading, I was like, is it even really a threat to us? And apparently it is. So I did
Oh,
build my
good to know.
anxiety. I built my anxiety about that during the process. But that I feel like that's another thing. Like, why aren't people anxious about that? Because it's just like, I don't know, it's so abstract and out of our control that we're just like, if it's going to happen, it's probably going to happen. But I think climate change is one of those ones that it is in the little actions, and we can, individuals, communities can start doing things. And I feel like we know that, but we just tend to put it to the back of our minds. Um,
Hmm.
so yeah, I thought it was interesting that pandemic anxiety didn't really
Mm.
show up, but I do think it's because people are probably just over it. Um,
However, loneliness has rated as extremely high as a result of the pandemic.
mm,
So yeah,
Mm.
that's an interesting non-correlation. Or are we asking the wrong questions of the
mm,
really lonely people and the really anxious people, or the anxious deniers? Like, I'm not going to tell anyone that I'm anxious. Yeah. Yeah, this is a fascinating subject. But like Anne Marie, she picked up on the States. That's one of the things I had in my head. Why US participants?
I think my supervisor, I think that's how he does all of his studies. And he was just saying that they're more publishable papers if you
Yeah,
have a
okay.
US population is deemed as more generalizable.
Yeah.
Um, so
Well,
I
there's
thought that was
more,
interesting. Yeah.
more
Mm.
people to get a sample from too. Yeah.
Yeah, it was quite a big sample. I think we had 550, but then I cut it down. I think it was like 280 that I ended up with, um,
Okay.
which is still pretty decent.
And
Mm.
how did you come up with those 5 areas of potential anxiety?
Yes. So again, that was my supervisor. He's actually put together a scale, so an existential threat anxiety scale, that he adapted from the just generalized anxiety disorder scale. And he included those five. And then, yeah, just I was going to focus on pandemic anxiety, but then I thought it'll be interesting to see the differences. Um,
And it's good you did.
yeah, and
Yeah.
apparently asteroid strikes are relevant, so let's start researching that more.
So
Yeah.
where in Australia are you? Where do you live?
I'm in Sydney.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. All right. So You had shutdowns for a little while in New South Wales. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fascinating. So you began by saying you're trying to work out where to by now. That might have even be before we recorded. So what are you thinking for your career now?
Great question. Having a bit of an existential crisis
Anxiety
myself.
threat. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm thinking I do enjoy research.
Mhm.
Um, but I also do just like working with people. So I think eventually probably clinical work and research, but just taking one step at a time, and that's a lot to think about. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe Masters of Psychology for now, and then maybe research down the track, but we'll see.
Okay.
Mm.
And of course, your study was quantitative.
Yeah.
So are you also interested in qualitative somewhere down the track or not? If you're going to go into, say, clinical work.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never actually been through the process, but I think it's a very valuable type of research. And especially for such like abstract concepts that we can't really measure. Um, I am quite interested in, it's quite the opposite, but women's health and um, chronic illnesses and things like that from a psychological perspective. So if I were to do research, I'd probably be in that.
Okay.
But now that I've started on the climate anxiety and that's, it has sparked my interest there as well. So maybe, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. But when did you start you're doing a PhD?
Me, yes, I'm
Yeah.
doing a PhD, yeah.
How far in are you?
I should have handed in already, but no, I'm 12 months ahead.
No,
Yeah, I'm 12 months
that's
ahead.
just your thing.
Yeah, I know, it is my thing. Yes, I have anxiety because I haven't handed in 12 months ahead. I had a family situation and I had to focus on family needs rather than giving everything to my thesis. So I've extended my hand-in date. But
That's
I'm writing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
Yes. So by the end of the year, I hope to have a returned dissertation and be able to call myself Dr. Bayliss, the bibliotherapist, which that I would like that for Christmas. Otherwise, I'm going to have all sorts of anxiety.
That's awesome.
And my anxiety manifests as I yell.
Uh-huh.
So I think my husband will support me and yeah, get it written, darling. Get it written. So let's just move on to Doug, our other climate change person here. And Doug, what's happened in your research week?
Um, well, after Friday's sadness, we had to put our puppy dog down for
Yes.
and off.
Oh,
He was 13. We found out at the not the library, at the vet. So he'd just gone over 13 years, and yeah, he was not in the best condition. Sort of poor little moo. And so that took care of a lot of the weekend and into this week. But yesterday, my supervisor suggested using Chat GTP.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
chatty
how it goes.
G. That's what the young people say, chatty G. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm such a young person.
Just to get some um, idea on where things sit theoretically and policy wise in regards to South Australia, Northern Territory, and their climate adaptation and mitigation policies.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's what I did yesterday.
And were you happy with the results? Because
I've only copied and pasted. I haven't read them. I'll have to print them out and have a read over the weekend
okay.
because we've got that seminar workshop conference at Charles Darwin today and
Yes. Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yes. I'm not attending because I've been out with the Governor General, no less.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Governor General.
I'll talk about that soon. Yeah, but
Oh, question.
yes.
Did you feel the earthquake Monday or Sunday?
No. Paul said to me, he was reading the Facebook page and he said, "Did the earth move for you, darling?" I went, "No, darling, it did not." No, I didn't feel anything, but lots of our colleagues did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I might have just been, I don't know, when I walk, my legs are so fat that perhaps, you know, I shake the earth anyway. Yeah, I wasn't aware of it. I
No.
could have been so focused doing what I was that, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So Doug, I'm really sorry
Yeah.
about the dog, like really very sorry. Yeah.
Mr. Hugo.
Yeah, that's very sad.
Yeah.
And I don't recover quickly when my pets die because my pets are my family. They have equal status with children. Actually, they don't. They're higher than the children. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't have children, so it's pets and
Yeah, it is your family. Yeah.
yeah.
And just with Chatty G, one thing that I have learned is that you've got to be really good with the instruction that you give it.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes a big difference to what you're getting back. And I don't just ask questions, I ask for it to give me comparisons, because a question you can ask that to Google.
Yeah.
And references.
And references, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So that you could check, you know, see where they got this information from.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But do not cut and paste anything into your
No. No, I won't be doing that. I'll be into my head.
Yes, yeah,
That was
yeah.
somebody's research that came up today during the conference. He's looking at AI and academic integrity
Okay.
and how universities or how students a certain portion cheat and certain portion don't know the policies, and I think it was 91% are afraid of what it. Oh, I can't remember now. Not of getting caught, but of something. It was 91% of something. It was quite a high percentage
Well,
of not knowing something.
one of Felicity's uh, things that she looked at was AI. Yes, Felicity, was it? Is that what you said before? Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yep.
idea of AI. So was it use of AI or AI taking over the world?
Yeah, it's so the scale asks about, yes, are we anxious about AI?
Mm.
You know, how it's gonna control, how it's gonna interfere with our daily lives, things like that. But we didn't there wasn't a very high rate of AI anxiety. It was there,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
not too high.
I
Yes.
guess it's mainly amongst. I think he's looking at undergraduate students, and because they a lot of curricula. That's the word. Sort of doesn't ask for too much variety in modern topics nowadays. It's all sort of the same thing each year, and unless they actually start looking or researching what they want to teach and adding some variety, it's going to be quite easy for them to use AI.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. I'm now using it more and more. So I have the paid version of Chatty G.
Yep.
Listen to me, I'm 20 years old. Yeah.
Which one, the
And
$200 a month or the 20 a month?
no, get out. No, I'm tight. I'm not spending that money.
That's
No,
US dollars too. It's expensive.
yeah, I think it's 33 Australian dollars a month.
Okay.
But I've done it for workshops that I run so that I can access things for my supervisees because they don't have the paid version. Yeah, and I've quite liked it, I've got to say. In the beginning, I was not a great fan. But like most things, when you get into it, you actually learn that it is your own fear that holds you back.
Yeah.
So I felt the fear and did it anyway, and now I love it. And this morning, I actually I asked it information that I required about my father, and I learned some stuff about my dad. So there you go.
Oh.
Yeah, and it was just like that, which I also really loved because I was about to have a chat with one of the GG's people, the Governor General's people, and I needed to have the correct information about my father that I didn't know. Yeah,
Mm.
that was handy. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought all his stuff was secret.
It was. This was the top secret stuff that I couldn't tell you last week because nobody
Oh, okay.
knew she was coming. It
Oh,
was
okay.
it was just a security thing. That was all.
Mm.
Yeah. And I didn't meet with her one-on-one. It was and I only went because of Paul's work. Had nothing to
Yeah.
do with me. Yeah. I was the plus one and I took
Mm.
full advantage of it. Thank you very much.
I
And had some really nice food along the way.
do. And
But
coffee?
sorry?
And
No,
coffee?
no,
Nothing.
water.
Oh.
It is just horrid. Yeah. I rang Paul before when I got home from the second visit today with the GG, and I said, "Are you exhausted, darling?" And he said, "Yep, too much sun." So, horrid. Anne Marie, what's your research week been like? And can we confirm the date and whether or not we can come?
Yes, they've gone with a Teams link rather than a Zoom link, but that should still work, hey?
Yep.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
fine.
Okay,
Yep.
so I'll send it to you guys.
Yep.
10 o'clock on the 23rd, which I believe is the Wednesday.
The
That's early.
23rd, that's the Tuesday or the Wednesday.
9:30.
Oh, is it? No.
That's 9:30 our time.
Hey, what?
That's 9:30 South Australia Central Time.
10 o'clock. Yeah, that's 9:30 our time. Yeah.
Wednesday. No, Wednesday's the 23rd.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, at 10 a.m.
Oh, I have to get up early.
Wednesday, 10 a.m.
Yeah.
I think I had already booked the whole day out anyway.
Yeah, you'd put the whole day, but yeah.
Yeah, because we did.
I'll send you the Teams link.
And
Yeah, and so
for COC, just so you know.
yeah. So I've been working on doing the PowerPoint for it and the PowerPoint for the um conference thing that I'm presenting at. And I thought they looked really good. I'd made them very pretty and they looked really good because what I wanted to do was give the feel of the place, not just the information. I wanted, to give the feel of the place. And then I was told I needed to use UQ slides. And it took me a long time to get into it because I thought they were very boring. And how could I make this look nice when I had to use these ridiculously boring slides? However, I put a lot of time into it and I did end up with something that I was quite happy with. But it took me a long time to get past my thing. And I still think locally I will use my original slides because they do look better. I did say last Thursday when you were doing this, I was doing a presentation to our local level alliance people about what research I was doing. And I think since I talked to you last, the Australian Early Development Census results have come out and Normanton has done really badly. Like 78% of our kids have got are vulnerable on at least one domain. So it actually is a really good time to be going, yeah, we need to flip this deficit-based approach to using a strengths-based approach because using the deficit-based hasn't changed anything for our community. So
It
the
won't.
question, hey?
It won't. It's not designed to.
No. And like it's just got worse. And like so there's the multiple strengths indicator. So when you put them up, it shows a better picture. But they're not releasing publicly at least the 2024 multiple strengths indicator. They're only releasing the one that shows the deficits. Yeah, so
is there an explanatory note to say why they're not releasing
no,
the...
well, I emailed them and went, where are they? And they emailed me very politely back and said that they're not releasing them, but I can apply for them. So when I get a bit further in, I'll apply for them so that I can have them. But they then monitor their use and that sort of thing. I tried to see why they're not using them, and the only thing I can see is that on the closing the gap stuff, it shows that they've got worse rather than better. And my thinking is that wasn't what they wanted them to show, so we're going to take them away.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's the reason.
Yeah, I understand.
But they did. There was when I asked Google why have they gone. Their thing was that they're not gone, but they're not comparative year to year. I'm not sure why they're not comparative year to year. Maybe because of numbers of children and the way the percentages are done or something. But yeah, so anyway, I've got to work at the moment with the 2021 ones. So
Okay.
yeah, but
I plugged
yeah,
your
so
research this morning. I was talking to the most senior Northern Territory government person here in Nhulunbuy.
yeah,
And she's a mother of a young child, and we were both making comment on the little ones in the bungle, the corroboree, the
yep,
2.5-year-olds. These kids are just amazing. Like they know the moves and they hold to the right beats, and they've got their foot in the right position to be the kangaroo or the crocodile or whatever the dance is.
yeah.
And we were just saying how amazing that is in comparison to our own 2.5-year-olds who, still dance like octopuses. There's no rhyme or rhythm to what they're doing, just completely different. And that got us onto the milestones.
Yeah, it's very good. I went to the NAIDOC march earlier this week because our NAIDOC was delayed so that it was after people got back from school holidays.
Yeah.
But seeing some of the big kids who are, big and tough and get in lots of trouble at school and that, and seeing them with the tiny ones and just the connection between them and was just amazing. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
know that, but just seeing them all together for NAIDOC was
yeah.
lovely. Yeah.
I wish that we could somehow transfer that through research, that connection, that observable connection. I wish we could transfer that to all of the government departments, because that's what's missing.
Yeah, no. Yeah, and it's just Yes, so yes, that's where I am with my project. I go away on Saturday, go down to Cairns, and Monday I fly to Brizzy
So
to do these things.
You'll be in Brisbane to do your COC.
Yeah, I'll be in Brisbane to do it and to do the presentation at that conference.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So that's when you can't come to what I'm presenting on whatever day that is. I thought it was
Friday.
Yes, it's Friday. Okay.
Yeah. So Thursday, Friday's the conference, Wednesday's my confirmation.
Okay. All right, beautiful. Yeah. Well, I started work this week. It's the first time I've gone to a JOB for many, many years. And I had applied for a job because I really I did think that I would have already handed my thesis in, of course. And I'd be waiting for corrections to come back from the editor. But no, I applied for the job and I've got it, and I've started at maximum 15 hours a week because that is all my stipend will allow, my scholarship, along with I have to have the permission of the dean, and the dean hasn't yet responded to me. And one of my my principal supervisor is the assistant dean, and he already made it clear that he wasn't in favour of me taking a job until I handed it in. So I'm not sure what's going to happen here, but I have started the job. So I might have
Let's
to.
get one pay. That's all you hope for, just one pay and paycheck. And
Yeah. Look, I don't know. I'm going to finish the thesis anyway. Like, I'm not the
yeah,
sort of person that's never going to do it. But their point was there's been enough stress, like 7 supervisory changes, this family issue that went down. Just concentrate on getting this finished now. Let's get it off your plate. So I understand them, but I enjoyed being able to talk to grown-ups again.
Oh, yeah.
what about us?
Yeah. Well, no, apart from you guys and talking with Azel's group, I talked to Diesel and I talked to Paul in the afternoon when he comes home, but he's too tired to work, talk to me. Yeah, so we talk rubbish rather than growing up things. So it was lovely to go to work and talking to other researchers as well. And some of the projects are fantastic. So I'm coordinating a clean air in Arnhem Land project, which of course for me, it's environmental. So it's, right up there. A whole heap of social and emotional well-being stuff. An app for kids at risk, Indigenous kids at risk, like seriously wonderful stuff. So I'm really stimulated by that, which is
So
lovely.
how big is where you live? What's the
Population,
population?
in Nhulunbuy, population
Yeah.
2,000. But
Okay.
there's probably, I don't know, I think there's Me Watch, which is the Aboriginal medical service that I'm working for. They cover.
Yeah, I looked them up. I checked them out.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, they're so lovely. It's been a very pleasant experience. And that little email that they send out about me, like, God, normally you just get thrown in the deep end with the sharks. Crocodiles in this case. But no, it's been a lovely experience. But on top of that, so I worked Monday, Tuesday this week, and then Wednesday, Thursday has been focused on the GG and all of the people with her in town. So I'm a bit desperate to do some writing. I'm actually feeling it, like I'm jumping out of my skin, like I need that creativity of getting there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I've had a good week, and it sounds like you have, Anne-Marie. Doug, you've had a bad start to the week though with that.
Yeah, sort of all over.
Yeah. Oh, it took me ages to get over the death of my last dog. I really feel for you.
Yeah, we told no more dogs, maybe another cat, because Gracie the cat was the previous last one to go, and before that was Mr. Fritz, the other mini schnauzer, and before that was Mr. Calvin.
Oh, so they're all misters.
I said Miss Gracie.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, the
Okay,
cat was
so
Gracie. Yeah.
that's interesting. Are you trying to tell us something that the cat is the female and the dogs are the male?
Oh no, it's just how it happened. We got Gracie at the Animal Welfare League, and yeah, I didn't pick the dogs, but
It's okay. I'm teasing.
yeah, I know. But they're beautiful. They're beautiful.
Yeah, we won't have any more dogs, I don't think, because we travel around too much and it's really difficult. And dogs want to be walked when I'm right in the middle of a paragraph. Like, what the hell? Go away. Yes. So that's difficult. Anne-Marie, we had Tara with us last week. Tara is also a social worker. I don't know if you watched the video.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, she was going to come back this week, but she might be working or whatever. But that was nice. And then with Felicity, I had connected with her online, and of course, as soon as she's talking about her research, like, oh, come, you got to meet Doug too. Yeah, because we're both really highly motivated around this sort of stuff. Yeah. And I've made a decision, environmentally based, that I probably will not buy in Tasmania. So,
Not.
yeah, not, yeah. So I don't know, Doug, if you remember a discussion that we had about what will happen to the air currents and the,
Yeah.
yeah. And I've just decided that it's probably just a little bit too hard to get back to my children if I need to, or
Yeah.
for them to come to me. So yeah, I'll look at somewhere on the inland side of the Great Dividing Range, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway. Can be hot there, though.
Hot and cold, and I don't do either of those things well. Like I'm trying to avoid this oppressive heat. I just
I
can't.
grew up in Roma. It does heat hot and cold well.
Yeah, Roma does it really well. Yes. Yeah, and of course that craziness will just continue. The weather.
You going to sell your properties in North Queensland?
Sell one definitely. So I'd sell
Yeah.
my home. I don't know about our commercial block.
Keep that one.
Yeah, Paul wants to keep that one because if anything ever happens, of course we can move into that and live in it. It's a beautiful it's Art Deco. It's absolutely beautiful. So in terms of climate change, it's a good building to live in too because the walls are really thick. It's solid. Yeah. It doesn't flood. It actually prevented fire from going further up the street when it was first built.
Mm-hmm.
It protected the State Hotel that was timber. Yeah, so it's a beautiful old building, but I don't know. I just have to survive the summer here, the impending summer, even though winter's not over, it's feeling very summery out there.
Yeah.
And Anne-Marie, how about where you are? What's your weather happening at the moment?
I've got the air conditioner on, hey. Yeah, we get some cool weather, but yeah, it's still getting fairly warm during the day. Yeah.
Felicity in Sydney, what's your weather like?
It's pretty freezing.
Yeah, I see you with that big
And I'm
jumper
in
on.
a
Yeah.
double brick house that my grandfather built, so it's colder inside than outside. So
Yeah.
sometimes I just go outside at night to thaw off, and then
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So that's good for summer. That's a house
yeah,
that,
it's good for summer. So I can always put on more layers. Yeah, which is
yeah.
fine.
Which
Hey,
suburb of
Megan.
Sydney?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry,
No,
what was that?
Go, Anne-Marie.
no, you are asking about what suburb for Felicity?
Yeah.
Oh, I just live in like Western, like Liverpool area.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. I used to live in Mossman on the
Oh,
north.
cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice area.
A very nice area. I can never afford to go back there again.
I know I'm thinking I want to move out of home, but can't
Yeah.
afford anything. Might have to move states.
Yeah. I think Sydney's out of reach for everybody now.
It's incredible.
Yeah. I have a girlfriend who sold she was in DY. But her two kids are still living at home because there's no way they can get back into the market. They just can't. Yeah. It's very hard. And sorry, Anne-Marie, what were you going to ask?
Yeah, no, I was being very research thingo. I'm sort of wondering about so like I'm up to 9 months into my thing and well doing my confirmation thing. But then like do the practical part, the actual research, but knowing that you're, doing the write-up part, how long does that actually take? Like how the dividing your time up to when do you need to have your research finished by, I suppose, is what I
So your university will have milestones. If
yeah,
you
yeah.
So you stick to your milestones. You should have some research to present at your mid-candidature review. So they want to know where are you up to, what have you done? But your next step is going to be ethics. So you'll apply to ethics to get your ethics through. And
Yeah.
that can be difficult when you're dealing with Indigenous populations.
Apparently, well, I don't know, but the by what they've told me so far, I'm already covered by ethics because I'm part of the 10,000 hours
Yeah,
project,
yeah.
but they'll help me to put in a additional bit to cover
Yes.
my
Yeah.
part of it. So um, it looks like I'm going to actually get some support for that part of it because it's part of that larger project.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
that's good.
it's good. Yes.
My understanding from the majority of people is that they split their PhD into threes: first year, second year, third year, and third year is their write-up. So by the
Okay.
end of the
Yep.
second year, they've got all of their data,
Yep.
and they know roughly what the results are. And then it's during that last year that you're writing it up. And I'm still making changes with my data. I'm going, far out, I missed that. Yeah, it's
Yep.
as I'm writing, I go, that is as clear as a bell. That's 5 people have just spoken about that, and I didn't pick up on it. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. But writing every day, I think, is helpful, knowing that you're probably going to throw a lot of it out. It's just not going to cut the grade when you come to put your thesis together, your dissertation together. You're going to go, no, I don't need that bit now. But it
Yeah.
doesn't matter because you just dump it into another folder. You're going to be producing more books anyway, and writing papers and running workshops. So no words are ever wasted.
Hmm.
Where is your book at?
I'm a book at oh gee. Um, so it's just the kids book. And there's a few pictures painted. All the big scale illustrations are actually done, but yeah, the painting is slowly happening. She sends me some periodically.
Yeah, I saw the one that you put on Facebook, I think it might have been.
Yeah, it's not completed that one, but it's beautiful. Hey, she
Yeah,
does a really good job. It's just takes so long. She
yeah,
works on multiple projects at a time though, and
yeah, of
yeah,
course. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So I'm using this in my presentation on Friday.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, yeah, because it's something that's really practical that people can do. Yeah.
Yeah, I've used it in so do you know about this, Felicity? It's squeeze and breathe as a
It's EF,
emotional regulation type strategy. And it comes from
EF,
tapping, EFT stuff. But yeah, on the sides of your fingernails, just squeeze and breathe. Squeeze and breathe.
just as a way to deal with anxiety, fear.
Yeah. So um, that when I've done presentations and presenting, I know, disturbing facts. I use the squeeze and breathe stuff with people uh, to re-regulate them because some of that stuff is really um, quite distressing.
Mm.
Because, like the reason I started on this early childhood stuff is because our suicide statistics are so high, so that's yeah, and ended up with early childhood because the the ACEs stuff and that says that that's where we should start, not prevention when they're 13 years old.
Felicity, in
But they
case
don't do it. Like,
ACEs is adverse childhood experiences.
Yeah,
I'm sure
yeah,
you're up on that.
yeah. And my aunties, they own a childcare
Oh,
close
okay.
locally.
Yep.
And I used to work there, and like emotional regulation and
Yeah,
building their resilience is such a big part of their program. And the kids do like a mindfulness, either like meditation or activity like every day. And
Yep.
you should hear like there's silence and they're doing their belly breathing and
yeah,
every day the kids will be like, oh, can we do starfish breathing today? And one of the kids, I don't know, he was unwell and they had to call the ambulance for him. This was when he was at home. and he started doing his starfish breathing when he was
Oh,
sitting in the ambulance by himself.
Yeah.
And the
So
emergency,
cool,
the
isn't it?
ambulance asked him like, "What is that?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm just doing my mindfulness because like I'm feeling stress." And like, it does. It starts, and you ask people, even my age, do you know what do you do in stressful situations? And they have no idea. So, it's very important work, and definitely
Yeah.
starting from a young age is the way to go.
and
Yeah.
there's a
Makes a
correlation
difference.
to findings then with the emotions being contagious.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably. People
yeah,
just don't know how to regulate.
yeah, yes.
Well, they just are, like
Yeah.
if someone yells at you, you're likely to yell back at them.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, given that the theory that I ascribe to is that emotions are carried on a chemical. So the chemical is a pheromone, and you feel it. You don't see it, you feel it when you walk into a room and people have been, bad mouthing you or whatever. You can feel it because it's the emotion that is carried through the air, and your skin picks up on it. So there's the feeling. Yeah, so of course they can be transferred, but happiness is the most contagious of all. So we need to, all of us, make sure that we are creating happy experiences for people. So I put a bottle of champagne in the fridge just before I came in here.
And who is that going to make happy? I thought you were supposed to be sharing happiness, not guzzling it.
When Paul comes home, he'll pick up on my pheromones immediately, right? Anne Marie, we bought a two-man tent. No, not a tent, a two-man swag yesterday because we've committed to doing Conquer this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we're going
Very
to,
good.
yeah. So if you wanted to come over to East Arnhem Land, just saying to do Conquer, yeah, or anybody.
So when is it in East Arnhem Land?
I think it might be September. It's
Oh, yeah,
before the
no.
build-up anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
October is Cape York. So
yeah.
conquer the corrugations. It's about conquering the ups and downs in life. It's a um, mental health awareness walk that takes place, well, started in Cape York, and they do what 40 odd 50K. Yeah, I've
Where,
done it once.
yeah.
It's
Where do it?
20 something each day. Yeah.
So
Where
here we
is that? Where does that happen?
In Cape York it started. And they go from Cowan to Archer River, but from both directions. Um, and there's one down, I think, the Blue Mountains
no,
way.
Victoria. Victoria.
Victoria, is it? And there's one in Arnhem Land.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, so I actually know the founder. Her 18-year-old son completed suicide, so he died by suicide, and she was just bereft. She didn't know what to do. She lives on a station on Cape York, and she just came up with this idea of why don't we have a walk on these wild roads, and at night time we can all camp out and form connections with people and just talk about conquering the corrugations of life. So that was, I don't know, that was probably 16 years ago that she started that, and it's
Quite
just
a while
growing
back,
and
yeah.
growing and growing. It's absolutely fantastic to see. So I had no intention of camping out because I have a very bad back and I am a princess. And the older I get, the harder the ground gets. So I thought I'd drive home every night. But Anne Marie, it's actually your words that rang in my head. You had said that you're really glad that you camped because of the conversations.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So that's why I thought, no, I'll go and buy the two-person swag.
And it's not only I think as I don't know, mental health social workers and that sort of thing, that you can actually be useful in those conversations as well, and same when you're walking and that sort of thing, that there's actually, yeah.
Yeah.
You could do the listening well and
Yeah, of course.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, even just teaching some skills like the starfish breathing, or the snake breathing, or
Yeah.
whatever. Yes.
Yeah.
Teaching that, how not to swallow flies in East Arnhem Land, or how do you set your swag up so a buffalo doesn't tread on it?
Do you know what worries me in the Cape is the pigs, hey?
Yeah.
Even when I go for a walk here, it's yeah, I sometimes take my walking stick just so that I've got some protection.
Yeah. Just immediately before people started arriving for the bungal this morning, there were two pigs that were just playing together in the sand that had been put down for the bungal.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Completely different life. Yeah. Nothing like Sydney life, Felicity. Completely different. Or Doug, for you in Adelaide. All right.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, it's very, very different. We had a snake on the front veranda the other day. Did I tell you guys about that?
No.
Most beautiful creature. I don't love snakes, but they
Was
serve
it
a
a
purpose.
black-headed python? They're the only ones that are really beautiful.
No, this one was, I've never seen that before. It was a tree snake.
Oh,
But it was just the most gorgeous colours, like really brightly coloured. And I have heard about them up here. They have bright yellow and lime green ones as well, which I haven't seen. But this one was just, it was like jewels all over it.
mm.
Yeah, so I encouraged it to not go in my front door. You go back out that way to the garden. It was chasing a lizard.
Oh,
So
poor lizard.
sorry.
Poor lizard.
Yeah. And I do note that my green frog has stopped singing out the front, and I had thought it's because there's been no rain, but I'd say that
Just like, yeah.
he's been dinner. Yeah. All right, my cherubs. I hope that everybody has a wonderful research week, except for Felicity, who is now. Are you waiting for the thesis to be returned?
I have gotten it back. Yeah.
Oh, you have?
So I'm just trying to network and see what I want to do and also take some time off.
Okay.
And
Felicity,
yeah.
you look like you're about 21 or 22.
I'm 23.
Oh, wow.
I'm 61 and I still don't know what I want to do when I
Okay,
grow
good
up.
to hear. Good to hear.
Yeah.
Yes. And yes,
Thank
I'm
you.
nearly 63 and I'm not sure what I'll do when I grow up yet. So who
And
Yeah.
I'm
knows?
52 in November, so that's what
You're
I'm
on a
studying.
winner.
Yeah.
So, Felicity, where did your mark land at? Honours one?
Just
Oh,
below.
bugger. So 2A.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Send it back.
So a little bit disappointing, but I'm just trying to, yeah. I mean, it's not the end of the world.
That's correct. You have
There's
done honours. Congratulations.
there's
Yeah.
so many opportunities and options, so I don't
Yeah.
know.
So
Yeah.
are you going to look at staying in Sydney, given the housing crisis? Yeah.
I think for now,
Yeah.
yeah, just because of family and
And your
it's all
family's happy to
here.
have you there?
Yeah, for now. I don't know if I'm happy to stay with them, but I'm just kidding. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Maybe Melbourne, but
Yeah.
for now, just taking it easy, I think. Yeah. I don't
Well,
think
Oh, good
I
on
need
you.
a rush, yeah.
yeah.
It's such a big thing once you've finished. And I know when I finished my honours, which is lots of years ago, that it had taken over so much of my life that when it finished, I was like, well, okay, what now?
Yeah.
Like it took a while to adjust to not having that
Enterprises.
there all the
Mm,
time.
Yes.
mm,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
All right. So,
Yeah.
Anne-Marie, I'll see you Wednesday. I'm doing that thing for Azelle on Friday.
Yep.
I've got
Next
something
week.
next week. Yes,
Yep.
next week. Yep. I know what I do. I'm doing a podcast on Friday as well for somebody else.
Yeah, so I won't be here next Thursday because I'll be conferencing.
Yes, yeah.
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 Okay.
All right. Well, everybody
Thank
have a wonderful, safe week and study well, except for Felicity, go and read A New Idea or something, attracting.
Oh, God. Okay. See you.
Cheers.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Nice to meet you all.
Thank
Bye.
you for coming. Bye.